Hey y'all, hey, what's up? It's KAMP'S and welcome back to KAMP'S Creative Digest, your space for all things creative, poetic, and purpose-driven. If you're new here, I'm glad that you found your way. And if you've been rocking with me for a while, thank you again for tuning in. Today, we're diving into a really special moment into my journey as a self-published author, my very first book signing. This was a great opportunity provided that I just so happened to find scrolling on Facebook and helped me tremendously on my journey. Today, I'm going to walk you through how I brought the event to life, what went right, what I do differently, and my biggest takeaways from the entire experience. So go ahead and grab a drink, get comfy, and let's reflect together. I want to start by telling you guys how it all came together. I spent last year creating content and posting on social media to promote the release of the second edition of Dismantled Damsel. And I knew I wanted to not only challenge myself to expand beyond my comfort zone, but also to go further than I had before when it came to marketing the first collection. My goal was to truly expand my audience. I've always wanted to host a real-life event that allowed me to connect with people beyond the screen, but I was not aware of the best way to make this happen. Something that I learned recently is that finances typically aren't the limitation when it comes to bringing something to life. It's more so creative thinking that is limited, which creates the idea of lack to discover a solution to a challenge. Something I recommend is joining social groups in your city or state tailored to your personal interests, because the majority of the opportunities I've discovered come directly from my timeline using this strategy. And this is exactly how I ended up partnering with this dope spot in Louisville called Locals. It's a grocery store and pizza pub dedicated to spotlighting local vendors, produce, and businesses. And they were super supportive from the jump. I actually found out about the opportunity back in January. After reaching out to the owner, Cara, and having a few good conversations, we were able to lock in a date by the end of February to host the event at the beginning of April. This gave me about a month to get everything in motion. And let me tell you, that month did fly by. But the best part about it is that this venue was free. It was spacious, had a great location, and matched the energy I wanted for the event. Choosing a date in April was intentional. That's my birth month, and it felt symbolic to pour into something I created and to give myself that kind of love and visibility. So, from the moment we secured the venue, I was locked in. Designing flyers, gathering supplies, promoting, and mentally preparing myself to fully show up for myself. I even asked one of my good friends, Caitlin, to help me set up the event and take photos so I was able to be fully focused on being present for the attendees. And now that I've told you how it all came together, let's talk about what actually worked, starting with the pros of the event. We're going to talk about pros and cons, and we're going to start with the pros. There were a lot of pros to this event, including the confidence boost, the photos captured, and the books sold. But to highlight a few of the most impactful, I'd have to say, first, the venue having no fee. That was a huge plus when you're self-funding everything. The fact that I didn't have to pay for the venue out of pocket and they gave me 2 hours to set up everything and do my thing was really gracious and generous. The second pro I'm going to list is that the location was central and easy to get to for most folks. And above all else, the support was real. People in the city showed up in different ways, from volunteering their time to simply spreading the word. It reminded me that even small gestures can hold big impacts when you're building something from the ground up. Even though some folks couldn't attend, I had someone donate $15 to support the event, which truly meant the world. As someone who's not from the city, the fact that people showed up for me physically and virtually was extremely impactful. It served as validation that my craft is not only interesting, but it's worth existing and it's desired by others. I want to give a special thanks to everyone again who supported. Also, thank you to Locals Marketplace for the wide variety of snacks and drinks I was able to choose from and purchase for the guests to enjoy. I love that I was able to support the venue, vendors, and myself all at the same time. But as most of you may know, there is no event without its personal challenges. So let's go ahead and talk about the cons. I'm someone who typically likes to focus on the positive, but to be realistic, the cons did include that it was raining the day of the event, which definitely affected the attendance. parking at the venue was limited, which made things harder for guests. And lastly, I can admit that my marketing game could have been stronger. I did use paid marketing on Eventbrite, Facebook, and Instagram, but I would have rather done more boots on the ground and word of mouth marketing by sharing flyers, going to local bookstores and libraries, and community poetry events leading up to the event. It takes one level of confidence to put something out into the world, such as a poetry collection, but another level of confidence to continue to talk about it and invite people to support it. And I'm still learning to embrace this new level to fully grow. I will admit that something I learned the hard way is that RSVPs don't mean that people are coming. Sometimes it just means they're extra curious or supportive from afar, and that's okay, but something to keep in mind. Overall, it was a great event. The books I didn't sell are just preparation for the next chance for me to share my work, and the people who didn't show up this time at least have in their mind to know to look out for other events from me in the future. It was also a chance to partner with locals and get to know Louisville better for myself. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what I would do differently next time. For starters, I would start marketing way earlier. I'd build up more momentum, and as I mentioned, I would do more of word of mouth marketing and boots on the ground to make those in-personal connections. Something else I would do differently is offer something special like pre-order bundles or merch to encourage folks to show up. I did offer free journals for the first 10 attendees to show up, but I would have had more copies of my second edition, just more incentive for individuals to show up, and promoted that more heavily. And lastly, I would have probably had a backup plan for the weather, especially since the parking was limited. I did check out the venue before I attended, but I didn't really appreciate how limited the parking would be, and also I didn't account for the rain. But even with all that, my biggest takeaway from the entire experience is don't wait to be perfect to show up. Hosting this event taught me to trust myself in real time. I didn't need everything to be flawless, I just needed to follow through and show up for myself. I partnered with people who cared, and I created a space that was honest and inviting. And I reminded myself that even when things don't go exactly as planned, it's still worth it. So there you have it, folks. That's the story of my very first book signing with Dismantle Damsel. And honestly, it's one I'm always gonna hold close to my heart. If you're planning your own event, or if you're navigating your first self-publishing launch, I hope this helps shine some light on what's possible. Feel free to drop your questions in the comments or share your own creative wins. I'd love to hear them. And if you haven't already, check out Dismantle Damsel and more of my work at www.kampwoods.com. I'm going to be at the 2025 Louisville Book Festival in October of this year. So please don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to stay tapped into KAMP'S Creative Digest. I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Till then, sending you all peace, love, and poetry. Have a good one.